What's happening? It's your boy Mr. Play, aka Prince of the UK Party, is the first UK Ciroc boys. You know what? I want to send a shout out to Kix Magazine. They're a true definition of leaders. Tough diamonds don't last, but tough people and magazines do. Kix, done now.
You're a UK DJ and you've been signed to Ciroc Boys, an American label. How does it feel?
It feels cool. It feels like got a shout out to Jay Reed, Ciroc Boy Bonds, shout out to the big homie Diddy. It's real recognise it's real, and it's just showing proof that you don't need to be affiliated with certain situations to make the best of your situations. So yeah, man, it feels epic, and it shows like someone from Brixton can do this.
Will it affect your ability to be an influential UK artist being signed to an American contract?
If anything, I think it has its pluses. Me being a part of the Ciroc Boys, it's like we're a collective of big brothers that share dreams, visions, ideas, music with each other. Do you understand what I mean? So if anything, it's a good situation for UK artists as well as US. If they wanna, I think I'm kind of seen as a bridge, a broker, a maven. So I think it's a good situation for the UK.
Alright, cool. Like K. Cole, he signed to Rock Nation, yeah?
Yeah.
And do you feel that the American corporations might be monopolizing early on the industry? And is there therefore a greater need to protect the UK industry from that American takeover?
Well, it's business. This is a game of chess, not checkers. You're your own man. I will say to everyone, read the small print before doing anything or signing any deals. Do you understand what I mean? Like the Americans see the UK as the gateway to Europe. So from a business standpoint, I think it's a great move to identify the right artists and sign them. If the deal is a double Dutch in the sense of if the UK artists benefit in the US the same as the US artists benefit in the UK, then I think it's a marriage made in heaven.
That's cool. We're here in Brixton. Okay. So what's your relationship to Brixton? Why did you choose this place as a location for the interview?
Brixton is where I'm from. Brixton, raised me. My greatest teacher has been Brixton. So that's why, anything I do, I try to affiliate Brixton. I try to rep Brixton as much as possible because Brixton has a very bad stigma, especially from like the 80s where the riots, and they associate Brixton with robbings, killings, riots, and a bunch of young hoodlums running around with no ambition. And those who know Brixton know that Brixton is very multicultural. It's growing, and I'm just happy to be a part of it, and I'm glad to still be here and rep it. So it means a lot to me.
Why is music important to you?
Pardon me?
Why is music important to you?
Music's important to me because it's a universal language. It's also like a mood. It's a mood changer. The right song can make you feel good when you're down. When you're heartbroken, the right song can ease the pain. And it brings people together as well. So that's why music is important to me. It's a universal language.
Do you wish to eventually extend your market into other categories?
Well, I'm in talks, funny enough, at the moment with a few associates I have in America. I don't want to say too much until the deal's done. I might get into the production side of things, considering the example DJ Khaled, DJ Scream, shout out to my big homie DJ Infamous, also Ciroc Boy. They produce as well as DJs. But what I like in America, the artist respects the DJ and the DJ respects the artist. Unfortunately for the UK, I don't think it's the same. Unless UK's got a lot of, you got DJ sheep and DJ shepherds. DJ sheeps are the ones that follow, you know, they want to be a part of, you know, the in crowd. You know, I keep on telling people, I'm not an industry DJ. I'm just a DJ that's in the industry. Do you understand what I mean? So, and I'm a DJ shepherd. I take pride in playing music first. I think a lot of DJs also, like, once upon a time, everyone used to be proud about breaking music first. DJs today are saying, oh, if it's not hot, we don't want to play it. So then what the fuck are you a DJ for? So you're gonna have to beep it out. But why the hell are you so why the hell are you a DJ for? You know, like, it doesn't comprehend to me, you know. I've seen artists give DJs a hot track, but because it's not, you know, part of, it's not the top 10, or the artist doesn't have a buzz or whatnot, they're a bit scared to try. So, you know, what's the point of being a DJ if you're not there to break music, you know, assist artists? But also, artists needs to kind of respect the DJ. And there's a lot of artists that when they get to a certain standpoint, they forget where they came from. And I always, as an artist, I'm gonna big up Gracious K. You know, I remember at the height of his career, I needed Gracious for a PA. And Gracious' exact words was, it's alright, play, I see what you do, I see what you're about, I don't want no money. But, there's always a but. There might come a time when my following song may not be so hot as the last one. That's when I need your support. So I will always remember that, and I will always support him. Do you understand what I mean? That's what you call an artist that respects the DJ, and a DJ that respects the artist.
What projects have you got lined up?
Well, you know, the projects, I'm trying to, you know, unify urban DJs. We started it a couple of years ago with the UK DJ link up. Shout out to all the DJs in North, you know, in England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. You know, we started something, you know, it went a bit stagnant for a little bit, but, you know, that's why I'm a shepherd. I'm going to take it by the horns, and sometimes you might have to rebrand and repackage and come again. And I think it's great potential, and, you know, I want to unify the DJs and break new grounds. You know, when you think of house music, you go to Ibiza. When you think of funky or whatnot, you used to go to Napa, and old school guys used to go to Napa. I want to, whether it's be Bulgaria or Portugal, I want to have an R&B UK rap island. So summer, we can have our own wild out session, as opposed to having to go to, you know, Miami to South Beach, which I love very dearly, but we need our own. I want the Americans to come and see how we do it in the UK, you know. Shout out to quite a few of the artists that when they come down, they want to see Brixton. You know, shout out to French, you know, he knows about Brixton. And, you know, like, I do my bit where people don't even see that I do my bit. I had the privilege of being at this year's BET Awards in the red carpet, and, you know, the love I got shown by artists that, you know, that I admire, because I'm from London, I'm from Brixton, you know, it was overwhelming, and it made me, you know, come home and check the scene and my surroundings and thinking, man, like, divided we stand, you know, no, sorry, together we stand but divided we fall. And I can see where the scene in the UK, where it needs to unify, because right now it's lost. You know, look at radio stations have gone from, you know, urban to dance and urban. Soon there's going to be no urban. You understand? A lot of credible rappers, they felt they need to dilute their music so it can get played on the radio. You know, so soon we're going to lose our identity. There's a few artists that can still, you know, like, shout out to Kix, who's kept it raw as fuck, and he's still getting played. Shout out to Fecky. You know, Gets is doing what he does. You know, there's a lot of artists that's keeping true to the cause. I understand the politics that you might have to adapt, but don't lose your, you know, don't try to gain the world and lose your soul. You know, come on, man. Like, let's stay true, because eventually, it's funny. I'm a DJ that DJs all around the UK. A lot of people that you might think are into, like, they want it diluted, want it rawer than you. I go to Plymouth and they tell me about certain hip hop songs I've never even fucking heard of, and I should as a DJ. So that shows me that the scene is evolving, that you don't have to dilute anymore. As long as we stay unified and the DJ supports the artist supports the DJs, you know, we're shepherd. Let's be shepherds.
So 2014, yeah?
Yeah.
This time next year, where do you see yourself at this time next year, coming up to Christmas time?
Coming to next 2014. As a, who knows? Maybe working in a record label, maybe. Working with youth who, you know, who've been deprived due to their upbringing. I want to kind of work with them, mentor them. I do some mentoring. I go and speak to a lot of young people. That's another thing. I think a lot of DJs or people of influence should do more to the next generation.
They lose touch, maybe.
Yeah, they do. They do lose touch. They get caught up in their bubble. And I understand, you know, you've got to be elusive and have that star persona. But you know, I look at some of the stars our so-called celebrities look up to, and they do their groundwork. They do their Thanksgiving dinners, going to their block, giving out presents. You know, you've got multi-millionaire basketball players. They go into their school communities. They do stuff. I don't see so much of that here. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. So, you know, shout out to anyone who might think, oh, we do it. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but we don't see it, and it's not advertised enough. So, you know, I think I want to try and encourage, you know, artists also to engage with those who might seem lost and work with young people to show that, you know what, you may not need to be this person or that person. You can be from Brixton and still rub shoulders with the big boys. You know, shout out to Mayweather, Khaled. These are people that I've met, you know, who I've shared words with. Shout out to Diddy. You know, when I first met him was in Brixton Fridge. Him, Jay-Z, they came to Brixton. So to still, years later, be still doing it, and you know, I want to be a bridge, a broker. You know, if you need help to be put on, come and check me. I can guarantee I'll put you on the field, but that's down to you to score. So you know, it makes me happy to make people happy, to have people come from, you know, a certain background thinking they can't do certain things and then achieving it. That gives me kicks. I'm playing table tennis, reading books, and going to the cinema, and big up my dad.